Oh, sorry. Today, it's all about the breakfast cereals, folks. Yeah, different shirt. That's right. That's right. Continuity schmontinuity. Our behind-the-scenes technicians have been tabulating the results furiously for weeks so that we can bring you your ultimate favorite breakfast cereal voted on by you, our loyal viewers. But first, the news, because I have to rain on my own parade. Just the way I am. CNN announced a couple weeks ago that trace amounts of pesticide are still showing up in popular breakfast cereals. Manufacturers say their products are safe and are below the legal limits set for pesticides in cereal. Well, you want to know something? I don't know what the legal limit is, but my personal limit for poison in my cereal is a big fat 0. I mean, if I'm going to choose between pests or pesticides in my cereal, I'm pretty much going to go with pests. You know, if you eat a bug, it's just free protein. If you eat poison, you're basically going to die. But enough about all that. Just a brief history, I wanted you to know that the very first trademark for a breakfast cereal was Quaker Oats and the Quaker symbol. And the first cold breakfast cereal was called Granola, and it was predecessor of the modern-day Grape Nuts. And it had to be soaked in water overnight in order to be edible. No judgments, man. It's simply about what you, our loyal viewers, like. And some of the comments I got in were so good, I'm just going to read them to you. Just straight out of the comment section. Pete said, Quisp. I can still get it occasionally. Crazy, you haven't even thought about Quisp in 35 years, but remember how good it was? I don't know what the flavor was, and I don't care, but it was darn good. And that funky little alien guy mascot, just so cute. Alex said, Cheerios, no question. You know what? I know Alex, and I can assure you that I've seen him eat a bowl of cereal that's at least as big as his head. Nancy said, Special K with Colorado Palisades Summer Peaches. Ooh. Well, there'll be no shilling your filthy Western liberal peaches here, girlfriend. It's Jersey peaches or nothing. Now, my friend Roberta, she seemed to be waxing a little poetic, a little philosophical when she said, life, while flawed, is wonderful. You have to eat it in very small quantities because it gets soggy fast. But I enjoy the process. Roberta, ain't that the truth? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, are you quoting Freud in that? Ah, hey, he likes it. Hey, Mikey. Lynn says, King Vitamin. Oh my God, another mind-blowing choice, because no one has thought of King Vitamin in decades. I have to admit, it would have been somewhat hard to forget, that mascot, with his funky spoon crown, looking like something straight out of Game of Thrones. Game of Spoons! He's gregarious Fartharian, and he's come to poison your cereal. Deneen says, she didn't pick a cereal. Deneen said, how almond milk changes the whole cereal experience. Well, I don't know about Deneen, but I don't know how she finds the time. I mean, it's hard enough to find their little udders, and then you gotta milk them until you get a whole bowl of cereal. Tom's this, the captain. Tom, I salute you. Jeff said, I don't do breakfast cereals, man. I ate yogurt and homemade granola. And then Harold chimed in and said, all that Jeffrey said on top of some steel-cut oats, yum. These boys, I gotta tell you, they're way too healthy. The least you could do, guys, is have a cigarette with that, okay? To make us all feel better. Marjorie chose Cheerios. Cheerio to you, Marjorie. Ding! Sister Ann said, grape nuts. Neither grapes nor nuts. Curious. Can't say our show isn't thought-provoking. Dan put it like this. Smurf, period. Berry, period. Crunch, period. Dan couldn't, period, agree, period, more, period. Nanette said, this is very funny. She said, it would come down to Count Chocula or s'mores. That's if you're referring to breakfast cereals. Dinner cereals would be totally different. Nanette, I think you have a really good point there. And from across the pond, Denise said, I think I'd go for Chex, if only we had it here. Now, if that isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. So folks, please send your donations of Chex cereal to Denise, care of England. I'm sure they'll find a way to your house, Denise. Ed said, the Captain. Another vote for the Captain, folks. That was another great mascot. That was a friendly-looking guy. He could be your uncle. You know, the uncle who was always there for you when you had the munchies. And now, the winner. Drum roll, please. Yeah, those drum lessons really coming in handy. Good. It's a tie between Cheerios and Captain Crunch. It's the age-old battle between wholesome goodness and sugary satisfaction, writ large, right here on this very stage. Wow. You voted, and your vote counts, people, as we saw last Tuesday. So, way to go. In conclusion, breakfast cereals are part of the fabric of American life, just like Sean Hannity and The Bachelorette. And let's face it, they're really just a guilty pleasure masquerading as something nutritious. It's a bit like if the Real Housewives of New York sold itself as Masterpiece Theater. There are some things that would need to soak in water for an awfully long time before they became good for you. This episode is brought to you by the Ray Donovan Murder Cleanup Kit. Why walk up and down those hardware aisles looking for various items that you need when you can get it all in one neat package? Bleach, saws, mops, embalming fluid, plastic tarp, gasoline, concrete blocks, and for $99.95, I think you'll find it's a bargain.